You probably know the feeling. Sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.
And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer After Dark with your hosts, Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Rapid Dave.
I'm Alan.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm starting to drink real alcohol again, feeling like, a little loosey-goosey.
I hear you.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
I hear you. And that's intro music by Dark Rizard. Check him out over on Spotify. I'll drop his link if you want me to. Just tell me you want me to.
Do it. I want you to.
The guy's awesome. I love it. I love his music. I actually go through all his. He had a Christmas album come out. He's put out another album after that. I mean, the guy does some great work, right? He's taking some break away from social media and streaming. I mean, he was pushing towards partner on Twitch. Like the guy's an all around like you know how there's people that just like play video games and like half-ass suck at them like me. You know what I mean? I sit there every day and I'm like sitting there getting my ass kicked in. Well, he plays like the guitar. He plays music. He does this. He does that. You know, he's got those Pit Viper on that look freaking phenomenal. The guy's a legend. What are you having?
I'm having a lighthearted ale from Bell's Brewing.
Why are you quiet all of a sudden? Hold on.
Because I was taking a sip.
Okay.
But yeah, no, lighthearted ale from Bell's Brewing. Absolutely love this beer. It's coming in only 3.7% alcohol by volume. Figured to kind of work my way into 2023. This was the first beer I had.
Did you say 3%?
3.7%.
What the hell? That's damn near water. Right? Like, what's going on?
It's pretty delicious, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Huh.
Like,
right.
I mean, it's either this or it's like the 20-something percenters I picked up. Like, there's no middle ground. Okay, it's 3 or it's 20.
Go 20. Always go 20.
Well, I only grabbed one of each of those, and we kind of need those. But so I'm knocking back this. Lighthearted Ale is the lighter version of the Two Hearted Ale, which is one of my favorite beers from Bell's Brewing. It's an IPA. Absolutely love it. They also have a Double Hearted Ale, which is the big boy of the Two Hearted Ale, which I love too. But I just celebrate the whole entire catalog of Bell's Brewing, especially the Hearted Ale selection. So
I was at, I think there's a craft beer shop at the end of the street over here. And it was like one of those nights where they were like, hey, we're trying to get rid of this keg because it's been around for a while. And it was the Two Hearted Ale. And he goes, if you help me finish it, you want to pay for it? I go, well, then just start bringing me beers, man. He goes, you in? I go, yeah, man. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, just start bringing me beers. And that was one of them. We plowed through that shit. And like me and Liz were sitting there. She just ordered mozzarella sticks like they're going out of style. And then I'm just ordering beers. So, yeah, mozzarella sticks and beer, man.
Did you get some mozzarella sticks, maybe some fried pickles, maybe some pretzel bites? I don't know.
There we go.
Just kind of see what happens.
So I'm having Slightly Mighty. This is a Dogfish Head beer.
Okay.
Perfect. Lot of head.
What's the ABV on that bad boy?
Oh, it usually keeps it around, let's say 4%. So it's light as well.
Okay.
But it's not 3-something.
It's not. It's a little bit higher than what I'm rocking, but you know what?
Oh, I really do like this beer. I remember the first time I posted about having this beer, because this is what when I'm like cutting carbs and I'm trying to lose a couple pounds, right?
Right.
And so this is an alternative to like a Miller Lite, something you want a little bit more flavor. You want a different variety. This is an IPA. This is a low-cal IPA, actually. And so it gives you a nice
this one too.
It gives you that nice tropical fruit out of this one. It's real fruity, kind of tropical. And all I was receiving was like these slapdick morons that were like, that was my least favorite out of the variety of the Dogfish here. I go, I don't give a shit.
Drink a real beer, bro.
I go, well, that's cool. Really don't give a shit about your opinion. I don't care.
No,
And if you're telling
file
me
that under who gives a fuck.
I mean, it was
so you know.
It was one of those things where I'm like, I'm drinking this beer because one, it's low cal, it's low carb, but it's still a different type of beer, and it's an IPA, right? And I was like,
right.
just take it easy. Just save that shit for your local bottle shop brewery that you want to go into and high road somebody. I don't give a shit, man. I drink Miller Lite on the reg.
Can you just go ahead and tell me what kind of IPAs you have on tap?
You mind if I get like a quad? I need a quad IPA, but I'm trying to lose a couple pounds, so I need it to be like a low.
Can you do like half quad, half low cal? You know.
Can I get a Dr. Pepper, but like half Dr. Pepper and half diet Dr. Pepper? You know, okay. You got holy shit! I swear to God, that's gonna be my bit for 2023. I'm gonna go to these breweries and be like, "What's your two best beers?" And he goes, this one and this one. I go, "Can I get that one?" And then you put the other one, and the other one on top of it, and they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, "Listen, dude, I gotta have you do this. Charge me whatever you need to charge me, but I need to have this beer in my hand."
I will. You know what? Maybe this weekend I will do that at a brewery. It might be brutal.
It'll probably be brutal because you can get away with that shit out there.
I can. So hey, I'll record it. I'll record the whole thing.
If it's Saturday afternoon or night, let me know. I was going to ask you if you want to go brewery hopping on Saturday night, but
I definitely want to hit up a brewery this weekend. Like I kind of want to go visit like a new brewery. Like I've been wanting to go visit. I wanted to go do it last week, but they weren't open on the days I was off. But I wanted to go visit Community. Yeah. I wanted to go to Community, and I wanted to get Nada on tap while we were still in dry January, but they weren't open the days I was off. So I was like, well, that sucks.
Saturday night, you want to party, or are you going to be at the house?
I work Saturday morning, so I might be able to hit up a brewery or two. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know.
It's either that. I put the poll out there. I was like, you know what do I want to do? Of course, everybody wants me to stream and get trashed, but I'm like,
except for Jay. Jay comes in there with do whatever your heart desires, to which I commented with kiss ass. Like, come on, Jay.
I don't know if I'm going to end up in Oklahoma, Louisiana, or at a brewery, or like what? Because I go to a casino.
Hold on. If you're by yourself,
not by myself,
you're not go. You just said you had a night to yourself.
Oh yeah.
That was the post
to myself. But I still have. I can do everything with everyone else, but Lizzie won't be here.
Right. So again, you're not going to. You might be able to get Boner to go to Oklahoma with you because he's pretty much in Oklahoma, right? And his kid's not playing baseball right now, so you've got that going for you. But you're definitely not going to Louisiana. You don't have anyone who's going to go to Louisiana with you.
Boner's the first person I went to Louisiana with. Back in 19 whatever, we went all the way to Louisiana to go.
But he has 12 kids now.
I don't think he gives a shit. Like, we'll go at night. We'll show up. We'll show up at 6 a.m. the next morning, man. Like, that night was crazy. I remember when he came over to my house because I was a kid. We were the same age or whatever, but we were young. There's no way we were 21. How old do you have to be to gamble in Louisiana? I thought it was 21.
It's 21. Yeah, it's definitely 21.
We weren't 21. Right. I guarantee it. I guarantee we weren't 21 because by the time I was 21, I had a son already. Tyler was already here. This was way back when we were like 18, 19 years old. We got in a car one night after he got off of work. We drove all the way to Shreveport. We stayed up all freaking night. We're like sitting there. And it's back when you had the coins, right? It was dollar coins. So we were putting coins in all these machines. All this kind of shit, walking around, just goofing off all throughout the night. We got in the car and drove back home. And
my first time in Shreveport was with Mike Graham and our other friend Brandon, right? And we went. It was a night thing, right? We were going to drive out there that night, gamble, drive back. And the agreement was like, I think Brandon was driving out there and Mike was going to drive back. So I was planning on not driving. We go out to Shreveport, right? We get out there. This is my first time. This is my very first time at a casino. And like the whole time they're sitting there talking to me about, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to play. Or it wasn't my first time because my first time was with my grandma playing slots. But this is my first time going without my grandma. And I'm out there and they're telling me about roulette. You got to play roulette, man. That's where it's at. Play roulette. I'm like, okay, and they're explaining it to me on the way there, and we get there, and I hit a roulette table, and I'm hot. I'm hitting it good, and then I move from that table to another table where I was next to the older lady, who was like, she just looked at me. She goes, "Hey, you want to make some money tonight?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Just bet on what I bet on."
Oh,
and I said, "Okay,
done."
And dude, hitting all night. Well, we get to the casino. We're there for like 15 minutes, and Mike and Brandon come up to me. They're like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm up so much so far right now." I was like, "How are you guys doing?" Like, "We're out of money, man."
Of course, yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you mean you're out of money? We're out of money." I'm like, and they're sitting there with me, and they sat there with me for 2 spins, and I lost on both those spins. And they go, "We're going to leave, man. We'll go." I'm like, "All right." And they left, and I'm sitting there, and was at that table for a while. Then I moved to that table with that old lady where I'm just hitting. And like, I'm up big. And then like they show back up, trashed.
Oh God.
Like annihilated. And I was drunk too. Like, because I didn't plan on driving back. And they come up and they're both slurring like, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm up, like $300 right now. I'm pretty good. It's like, what are you guys doing? We're like, well, we just go sit at slot machines. And they show up and ask if we want beer, and we go, yes. And we got a few bucks in our pocket, so we just tip them when they come by. But they weren't actually gambling. They were done with gambling. They're just sitting there drinking, and they're just getting trashed. And so by the end of the night, like when we're leaving, I'm like, "Oh man, I'm up." I think I was up like $300 or $400 that night. And they're like, "Hey man, you got to drive home." I was like, "What do you mean I got to drive home? That wasn't the agreement." And then the guy who was driving, Brandon, he looks at me and goes, I go, "Fuck, I guess I'm driving home."
I slept in the car.
And like I'm driving home, and like I'm exhausted and I'm tired, because that was the big thing, because I worked all day the day before, and I was like, "Man, if we're going, I just can't drive." But I ended up having to drive, and like the last probably like 30 minutes, I'm exiting every exit essentially. Like I got to exit, and I got to get out of the car, and I got to walk around and move around because I'm exhausted, and they're both passed out drunk in the back seat.
Oh my God, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I would do.
Like they're passed out drunk. I'm pulling over and I'm grabbing a Mountain Dew and slamming a Mountain Dew at every exit. And I'm, just doing jumping jacks, maybe some push-ups, maybe a couple burpees, something like. I'm just trying to wake up like every exit.
I would have lit the car on fire.
Back probably like 7 or 8 Mountain Dews on the trip home, just trying to stay awake. But yeah, no, we made it home. But yeah, dude, it was tough.
I would have lit that car on fire. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, like seriously, when we went, we weren't 21. So I don't know why we were there. Like you had to be 21, but we were just rolling around. Like they don't care. They're not checking anybody, but it was in the middle of the night. So it wasn't like it was crowded. So I was I don't know, man. It was weird. So weird. But yeah,
somehow it worked out.
I mean, kind of. I mean, we didn't go broke, but we didn't win anything either. Like, we're not at the end of the night trying to cash out shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how they get you. You sit there and they let you gamble or whatever, but then when it's time to cash out, like, "Can I see your ID?" You're like, they're like, "Yeah, you ain't getting this money back." Like,
so here's the thing.
We're gonna pull this back to the fund. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's cool, man. I really do. I'd loved making those trips, and like I said, I wouldn't mind hitting up Boner or something like that. Hey, let's go up to Oklahoma, let's go to Shreveport or something like that. And I'm just kind of letting the night come to me. You know what I mean? I don't know how long or what I'll be up to, but a lot of people they mention streaming. I'm like, yeah, I mean, if I start streaming, it won't be till like 10 or 11 o'clock anyway. I'm not doing it at 7. You know what I mean? That's just not me.
No, I actually voted twice. Because I voted as Strikeout Beer, and I voted as me, and both those votes were brewery hopping.
I think I'm going to hit up TJ too and be like, "Hey, you want to go get some beers or something like that? Maybe we'll go to a couple breweries or something like that. We'll figure out. We'll figure it out."
Well, it's a new year. We're wanting to visit breweries and stuff, and I've been looking up a bunch of DFW breweries and looking for ones that I haven't been to. Back like we never left. You're right, Hasselhoff. We never left. We've still been here drinking beers. But yeah, no, definitely. I've talked about it. I want to visit a bunch of breweries this year. I want to at least hit one new one a month. There might be a few that I hit up out of town and things like that. I got an invite for my nephew's 5th birthday party up in Michigan. I'm like, I might try and go and hit up a couple breweries while I'm up there, type thing. You know,
Fifth birthday.
Let me go up to Michigan. Let me go up to Michigan and hit up Bell's Brewing. Like that's up there near the Detroit area. I would love to go visit Bell's because it's one of my favorite breweries. Them and Founders. You know, 2 of my favorite breweries are up in Michigan, but that has nothing to do with me being from Michigan because I didn't discover any of those breweries until I was living here. I moved here when I was 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I knew nothing about breweries up there. It was just once I started drinking beer, which I didn't start drinking beer till I was like 22, maybe 23.
Yeah.
And those were beers that I discovered after then. And they just so happened to be from Michigan. But let's just be honest, they're 2 really great breweries. Founders Brewery is phenomenal, and so is Bell's.
Oh, boy. There's a Bell's Brewing north of Akron. And then you have the other one that's up in Kalamazoo.
Comstock.
You have Comstock as well, yeah. I can't tell. There's like 3 or 4 of them right there. I don't know what the hell is going
Comstock is what this says. Brewed and canned from by Bell's Brewery in Comstock, Michigan.
Mm-hmm. North of Morrow Lake. I don't know. That's so close to Canada, I'm not going. But yeah, one's in Ohio, for Christ's sakes.
But yeah, no, those are definitely. I'm going to visit 12 breweries this year, minimum, probably more. But I'm setting the goal for 12, and let's have some fun. That's all I'm saying.
New on Curiosity Stream.
I'm James Burke. I'm going to take you on a journey through time.
James Burke's visionary series returns, reimagined for our time.
Now, this is all uncharted territory.
The Washington Post hails Burke as one of the most intriguing minds in the Western world. The New York Times raves he careens from one great moment in history to another.
Where do we want to go from here?
Experience all new connections.
So what's the next connection?
With monthly, annual, and bundled plans, find the one that works for you at curiositystream.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows that running a small business is a big-time commitment. So this holiday season, they're celebrating hardworking small business owners with a chance to go to iHeartRadio Jingle Ball in Miami on December 16th. Nominate yourself or another small business owner for a chance to win a trip for 2. Includes airfare, 2-night hotel, tickets to the show, plus $1,000 in spending cash. For official rules and entry information, visit iHeartRadio.com/smallbusiness.
And I want to try. I'm trying my best to hit up a brewery that I've never been to this weekend. And Communities is on my radar, but we'll see what happens. But that's kind of the one I want to go to.
I think I've been
because they just moved to a new location not that long ago, within the last year, right?
Right off of 35.
Yeah.
Shebang. Like if you're heading south, it's on the right, like right off of Commonwealth. It's a beautiful looking building.
I've drove past it a couple times, and I actually drove past it one time with Liz, and she's like, "What's that brewery? We should go there and check that brewery out." And I'm like, "Well, if you're in, I'm in." But there's definitely one brewery that I'm going to hit up this year, which is one that's been on the top of my list for the last several years, closer towards the Houston area. No Label Brewing. They've been on my radar for a while. They have several great beers. They do a lot of great beer promotions like pint glasses and things like that, and koozies. And that's a brewery that I'm definitely going to hit up this year. I'm definitely going to hit up No Label Brewing at some point in time this year. And it will probably be one of those where it's a weekend trip, right? You drive out there, you go, you drink, you stay the night, and you come back the next day.
Yeah, it's on the outskirts of Houston. It's on the west side. So it's like when you head south on 45, you're going to take 99 around and pop in over there. So yeah, it's kind of off the main road, off of 10. That's where it is.
Yeah, but that's definitely a brewery that I want to hit up this year. I almost hit it up during the pandemic several times because they had a bunch of awesome like pint glasses and koozies and stuff. But it was like one of those like, I'm going to drive all the way out there and then have to drive back, and you couldn't like visit the brewery. And I really wanted to visit the brewery there because I've heard a lot about that brewery, right? And I've seen stuff about them for years now, right? Not just during the pandemic, but before the pandemic. I saw a bunch of stuff there, and it was like I didn't want to do it because it was a brewery that I actually wanted to visit and check out and look at and try some beers there. So
that is so weird.
What's that?
I went to, I'm on Google Maps and I dropped the pin there to check them out or whatever. And I get in the background and there's a woman staring at the camera, but her lower half, her feet are pointing the opposite direction.
Like Jack?
It looks insane. It looks insane. I'm not having it. I'm not happy about it. So, what topics we got tonight?
Okay, so we have a would you rather if you want to talk about that.
Okay.
We have thermostat talk, little heater talk.
Okay.
We have some Pro Bowl talk. We have some Mr. Beast talk. We also have a couple of national what is, because we didn't talk about dark chocolate or serpent.
Well, let's avoid the Pro Bowl because we talked an hour and a half about football. So let's go top of the list without football.
Okay. Well, Old School wanted to talk about the Pro Bowl games and stuff. So Old School, when you join us and you want to talk about it, let us know. We'll talk about that. But before then, top of my list is National What Day. Let's talk about dark chocolate. What are your thoughts? Because I think dark chocolate is one of those items that it's a hot button topic.
Why?
I really feel like either you love it or you hate it. Like when it comes to dark chocolate, like there's no middle ground with it. It's like either you're like, I like dark chocolate or I hate it.
Well, you know me, I'm always in the middle of damn near everything. And it's there he is. Later is cool.
Yeah, later is cool. All right. We'll get you Old School.
I mean, to be honest with you, dark chocolate's one of those things that you have during keto, right? That's when I've ever had dark chocolate. I don't have it any other time. Any type of dark chocolate I have while I'm trying to stay in keto. So I don't mind it, to be honest. It's something that gives me, if I want a little sweet or something like that, it's there. So I don't have a problem with it. I don't understand people that have a problem with it because, like, you're just going to hate on chocolate.
It's crazy. Like, you'll talk to someone and be like, hey, I got some dark chocolate here. And they'll literally look at you and go, fuck you.
You need to have this. Like, you need to be rolling at all times because I don't believe half the shit that comes out of your mouth.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a thing. Like,
I don't like chocolate and general.
No, not chocolate. Dark chocolate. I don't like chocolate in general.
Come on.
But like for me, like I've kind of always like there's a Milky Way, and I know this is a hot button topic with the show with Milky Ways, but there's a Milky Way dark that I really like that has dark chocolate.
No one fucking likes Milky Way. Hey,
yeah, dude,
real quick, did you get Fireball?
I not only do I have Fireball, but I have fake Fireball.
Okay, so are we doing it next week or was that tonight? I grabbed it out of the freezer.
Do you have both?
No, I don't go to the convenience stores and buy Fireball.
Okay, then we're not doing it now because you got to have both.
Okay. So I'll put it back.
We'll do it. Okay, Alan wrote in a story. Get out of my face, Hasseldot. I feel like me and Hasseldot need to fight. Let's go.
I don't think you've ever been in a fight. He'd probably sock your ass and you'd be done.
I tried. Yeah, on multiple occasions. But Mike Graham and Brandon Gaines were always next to me, and they're two big MFers.
That's what I'm saying. You've never been in a fight.
Look at me like, oh, you're with him? I'm like, yeah. You got a problem with him? No, man. We're cool, man. Yeah. Let me buy you a beer.
That's what I'm saying. You've never been in a fight, so I don't think hostile is my name. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think
you're that's a fake name given to you.
Given?
It's not your name.
Taken. He took that name. All right, what do you got?
Well, Serpent Day. What do you think about serpents?
I don't like serpents. I don't like snakes. I don't like anything reptilian, to be honest with you. I want to kill everything that I see. Don't need it. The only kind of good snake's a dead snake in my neighborhood. I've beaten a snake to death with a hockey stick. I've lit it on fire with gasoline. Beaten it to death with anytime I come across one that's in my vicinity, in my yard, I kill.
One of the last ones I ran into was here in the house, like shortly after we moved into this house. Like I come out in the family room one day and there was a snake there, and it was like a rat snake, so it wasn't anything like. But like I saw him, I'm like, oh shit!
Rat snakes are pretty big.
It was a good size, and I showed you the picture like when it happened and stuff like that. But I came in my bedroom because next to my bed is a aluminum baseball bat, an old one from Walmart called the Hammer. On it, I grabbed that, went out there, and just crushed the S out of it.
I'm telling you, Hostile, he don't want to drop gloves. He's never been in a fight in his life. Guarantee it. I'm sure he came into the bed in the bedroom. Yeah, every story is like, I tried. I really wanted to. I'm like, nah, man. He had never done it.
No, dude, ask Mike. Like, I used to try and get in fights all the time, and he would stop me.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. But you never, you've always had backup.
It wasn't planned.
You gotta
like
drop
it wasn't like I was like starting to ask, and I was like, oh yeah, I got my boys back. No, they always came up behind me. Yeah.
What's that now?
Stop you from embarrassment. Let's go.
Man, I don't know. Do you want to? Oh.
I'll beat the ass out of it.
Ah, shit. Oh God. But yeah, no, I'm every snake that I find, I kill.
Like when I was younger, I was okay with snakes.
Nope.
Like I used to deal with garden snakes all the time up in Michigan. But like as I got older, I'm like, you know what? No, F that.
We used to have these big snakes in the yard when we lived in Virginia. Like we had quite a bit of land or whatever, and they'd be everywhere. It's like just kill them all. Like I'd be nothing but trouser snake boys. But yeah, I'm just terrified of snakes. It's one of my things. Like I'm just scared of them, and I kill every one I find. There's no way in hell.
I don't know that I'm terrified. I just don't like them.
I'm terrified.
I'm out. Like, yeah.
Like if I found one in my house like you did, I'd move. I like that one, like with Lizzie, right? Like when she saw that spider in the house, like that was about like this big around, I had to go pull up our entire bed to find it, kill it, and then show her the body.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how we are with if like a cockroach shows up, right?
Fuck the water bugs. I don't care about them. They ain't messing with me.
Liz wants nothing to do with it, and like there's been times where like I try to go and get it, and like by the time I'm there, he's gone. I'm like, oh, he's dead. She's like, show me the body. I'm like, well, I don't. I threw him away in the trash. Pull him out. Well, no, I'm not pulling him out of the trash.
It wasn't bigger than that. It was a wolf spider or whatever it was. I know exactly what it was. It wasn't very big. Yeah, it wasn't very big.
Old school. I told my neighbor I saw a good sized snake, and the neighbor said, "That's Bob. He keeps us from having mice problems." I said, "I'd rather have a mice problem than a snake problem." I mean, depending on the snake. I mean, mice will tear your ass up. Like,
luckily, we have another cat in the yard. Like another cat claimed our yard, so it's a big old black cat. I mean, this fucking thing is pretty big, and it just hangs out in our backyard now, like behind our bushes and whatnot. I've caught it in the backyard. I've caught it where our cars are or whatever. I'm like, hey, F it. If you're going to hang out and take care of the snakes and mice and shit like that, I'm cool with it. You're 4 into the wine. Yeah, I'm like, this is number 5 or 6. Number 6 for me. So cheers. Cheers to, February. How about that?
Mazel, mazel. Good things.
Yeah, I just don't like snakes. I don't like the way they look. I don't know if I was traumatized as a kid or something like that, but we ain't having it.
I was never traumatized. Like, I think the first time I grew a fear for snakes, or not even a respect for what they can do, is when I was in my first year of Boy Scout camp. We were somewhere in Kentucky or Pennsylvania, one of the two. And there was a big copperhead snake population there. And there were several kids that got bit by copperheads there at the camp that year. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, no, I don't want to.
F that.
I don't want to mess with copperheads. Like, they're just dicks.
I don't want to mess with anything. I just want to kill them all. If I come across one, it's going to die. That's as simple as it's going to be.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen a snake that hasn't died.
Just jumping in to say Tyler Huntley for league MVP. 2 TD passes, baby.
So let's talk about Tyler Huntley. Let's piggyback off that. Your AFC Pro Bowl quarterbacks.
So dumb.
Are Tyler Snoop Huntley, Trevor Lawrence, okay. Trevor Lawrence, okay. And Derek Carr. The guy that got benched a few weeks back stayed away from the team. He's like, you know what? You're going to bench me? I'm out. Send a love letter to Las Vegas. Said, hey, I've enjoyed being your quarterback, but I'm done. Didn't play in last 4 games.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And
made the Pro Bowl.
Oh God, I actually had high hopes for this year for the Pro Bowl. It looks fun, right? Looks inviting. a lot of fun, lighthearted stuff. It's there for skills and just having fun.
That's what I'm excited. I'm excited about the skills competition, right? Because remember, like back in the day, you used to have the QB quarterback challenge.
Yep.
And that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought that was really cool. But not only like you had the skills competition, but then you had that in your video games. And I thought that was awesome. You had like NFL quarterback challenge for like the Sega Genesis or something like that. Mm-hmm. And that was an awesome game because you got to go through the skills competitions with your quarterbacks and things like that. And I thought that was really cool. I'm all about skills competitions. That's like one of my favorite things of the NHL All-Star game. Is the skills competitions, right? You got the fastest skater, hardest shot, all of that stuff. But now I do think they're taking a step in the right direction with doing like flag football. Yeah. Because let's be honest, the Pro Bowl has been awful. No one's tackling anybody. Nobody's hitting anything. So you might as well do flag football. Looks like a better idea, but when the 9th best guy is invited, that's my thing. Like, But then you also had like the meme I saw out there today was Josh Allen was invited to the Pro Bowl, but he's not going to be in the Pro Bowl because of injuries. But he's playing at Pebble Beach this week.
Yeah,
which is the most relatable thing for an NFL quarterback because he called in sick to work to play golf. And how many times have you called in sick to work to go play golf?
Dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, hey, man, you say you can't come to the Pro Bowl, but you're going to play golf. You know what? We're going to dock you 10 mil or something like that. Like something crazy. Something needs to happen.
Just say you don't want to play.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing, right? But it's the NFL Pro Bowl. It is what it is. All of your All-Star games have kind of gone to the shitter, right? It's not like it was back in the day when you had Charlie Hustle out there sliding cleats up, right? Metal cleats up to try and get safe and things like that. You don't have that anymore. The Pro Bowl ain't what it used to be, right? And the Pro Bowl was never anything great. Like, honestly, like even back in the day, it wasn't.
There's a reason there's a reason they squeezed it between the Super Bowl and the league championships, right? Or conference championships.
It's fun.
Yeah. And it's going on this weekend in Vegas. So if you're in Vegas, go check it out.
Yeah. The good old days. And like you can honestly still buy tickets to the Pro Bowl game for cheap. Like if you just decide to go to Vegas this weekend, you can still get tickets to the game for cheap. Freaking Sean Taylor knocking the F out of dudes. I mean, it's just not the same. It is what it is, right? You're doing an all-star game. I don't know. I think they should get hammered and then play the game, see what happens.
Sure.
You gotta figure things out. Now I think they're kind of heading in the right direction with bringing back the different skills competitions because I think that's fun. That's something that you can do that can be fun where the guys, because the biggest concern is guys getting hurt, right? And they used to try and have fun with the Pro Bowl, but they used to have the same volleyball football game where they play football and same volleyball, but the running back for the Patriots blew his knee out and the guy was never the same. Other team scores, take a shot. There we go.
Yeah, you can get into the Pro Bowl for $30 right now. Like if you want to sit triple deck.
Yeah. You're dealing with a highly physical game where guys can get hurt very easily. Guys can get hurt. Kyler tore his ACL without anyone touching him. Right? It's just.
Looking for a fun way to win 25 times your money this football and basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, PrizePicks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/play100 and use code PLAY100. That's code PLAY100 at prizepicks.com/play100 for a first deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
You got to figure something out with it. And I think the skills competition is the right direction. How about do something different? Have 2 guys at each and spin in circles with a bat 5 times and run at each other. They sort of spin on the Oklahoma drill. Kyler's a little bitch. Well, I mean, I'm not going to disagree. But
I'm probably going to watch this weekend because of why not, right? I think it'd be fun. I'll have it up while I'm doing something.
I'm in on the skills competition.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in on the skills competition. Flag football, but the skills competition type stuff, I'm in on that. I would like to watch that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm in. I'm going to watch it and see what's going on. I mean, there was a big trade in the the WNBA today, but do you want to talk about something else?
Today is actually National Women in Sports Day.
Oh,
I didn't write that down, but if you want to talk about the huge trade,
but you know about it.
I saw it and I was like, we always talk WNBA. Like, I feel like we always celebrate National Women in Sports Day every day.
Every day, every single day. Brianna Stewart is going to the Liberty Storm. Oh, wait. Is she going to the Liberty Storm? Yeah, New York Liberty.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. And then everybody will fly that under who gives a shit because no one cares. Wait, what the hell is that? Hold on. Let's go, buddies in the house. What's going on? No time for dizzy Izzies. Is it, Alan? 2 sets of Siamese twins are going to be in the porn. Oh, my God. What the hell's going on? It's National Women's Day, sir. Let's celebrate women. Why not? What sounds better than the WNBA? Nothing. I love, I celebrate WNBA every single day. Why do you think when Alan brings it up, and I know exactly what he's going to bring up? He doesn't tell me. He never gives me a heads up. I just know these things. Name one woman athlete. Caitlyn Jenner. Eat shit. Yeah, I can name a woman athlete like that. Dude, I was fooling for your team on Sunday. Yeah, I know. We were talking about that. We were actually talking about how the NFL is rigged. How you doing, bud? Everything good? I popped in the stream a couple times this past week, just saying hi and things like that, and like everything looks great. You're doing great. Good work. So appreciate it. Doing good. Rapid Dave is a hardcore feminist, is confirmed. I don't know about feminist, but supporter, yes, absolutely.
Huh. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, touche. You like that?
I think the flag football would be fun if everyone played a position they don't usually play. Let the online play wide receiver and the D-line guard.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, the O-line versus the D-line and like skills positions. That'd be a lot.
I mean, we used to do with softball. Like we'd come up against a game that didn't matter, and we would draw positions out of a Crown Royal sack.
Yeah,
and we had fun with that.
Doing good, yes, sir. I see you. I'm just making sure. I go in there, and go. This guy doesn't care that I'm here, but I'm here. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Hey, buddy.
So the late night show, we're having 2 different beers tonight. I'm having Dogfish Head, Slightly Mighty, low-cal IPA, but Alan is having
Lighthearted Ale, a low-cal IPA from Bell's Brewing, which is fucking phenomenal. Mary Lou Retton
Naming female athletes. J.
I think it's Mary Lou Renner, though, right?
Retton. What? Did you say
I think it's Renner,
oh
right?
Renner?
I don't think it's Renner.
Oh, my God, Alan.
I don't think that name's right.
You did this last show, and now you're doing it again. Jay asked me to name a famous woman athlete. I said Caitlyn Jenner. And then now we have one. It's not Mary Lou Renner.
Retton.
Yeah, dude, what the hell is going on with you? You were like having like a stroke.
I haven't had a beer in like a month.
Dude,
get out of my face.
You are like having a stroke, full on stroke.
I am not.
You've said like 2 or 3 things that are like just absolutely ridiculous. That guy was on Reading Rainbow. You said it was Charlie Murphy on that damn meme.
No, I said Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy.
You said Eddie Murphy. You said it was Eddie Murphy. I was like, you dude.
This is Eddie Murphy. Dude, it's Eddie Murphy.
I bet.
The meme I'm thinking about, Google Eddie Murphy meme.
Going like
and
this?
That's the one with Eddie Murphy with his hand up here. That's freaking Eddie Murphy.
Come on. Go find it. Go find it.
I've had it. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh, my God. We're not talking about the same meme.
Well, apparently not. Hold on a second.
Dude, that's not Eddie Murphy. And like when you type in Eddie Murphy meme, it brings up somebody else.
Right here. That's Eddie Murphy.
Hold on. I'm looking. Show it.
I'm sharing my screen right now.
Show it. Are you saying that's Eddie Murphy?
If you Google Eddie Murphy meme, it pulls him up. That's Eddie Murphy.
I just said that.
Hold on.
Yeah, come on.
Right there.
Is that Eddie Murphy to you?
Yes.
So that you think that guy? We had this discussion last show. You're telling me that guy right there on the right is Eddie Murphy?
I don't know.
Don't say it. Don't say it, because you always say it.
When you Google Eddie Murphy meme, that's what pulls up.
That's because a bunch of people like you say
LeVar Burton. I don't know
that some of these folks, you're such an idiot.
You're an idiot, sir.
Dude. There's when we covered this last show, I go, he's got to be kidding. This has to be a bit. There's no way it's not a bit. And he's like,
I don't know, man.
He did it last show. Let's go, buddy. Now he's doubling down. I didn't say it while simultaneously knowing exactly what they was accusing you of. I thought it was that. What is that? Oh my God. You were like, you went specifically, that's not the guy from Reading Rainbow. I'm like, that's not Eddie Murphy. Like, maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's one of those guys on the street in Vegas who pretend to be other people. And
maybe.
I thought he was throwing you a curveball or something like that.
If I Google Eddie Murphy meme, that picture pulls up. So I don't know, man.
Apparently, a bunch of ding dongs.
You tell me the internet's not right.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. If the internet's not right, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong.
Oh God, it's so crazy. It's Eddie Murphy thinking meme generator. There's a bunch of morons out there that think that's Eddie Murphy.
Now I have to go back to Team Rabbit Dave. What? Why?
That's not it. What's up, Mike? I mean, he says it all the time. He's like, they all.
No, I don't. Don't you put that on me. Steph Curry. Last week you were hardcore that Steph Curry, and that was not.
Buongiorno. All right, I got one more. Left. Oh my God.
I think I got a couple. I don't know, man.
What do you got? What do you got for us?
I don't know. Let's talk about this whole Mr. Beast thing.
What? You brought it up. I was like, you didn't tell me about it. So tell me about it.
So Mr. Beast did a video where he paid for 1,000 people's cataract surgery to cure their blindness.
Right. I saw that. Okay, cool.
And he paid I think it was like $1,000 for each surgery or something like that. Like, it's not, it costs a lot, but it's not like absurdly priced, right?
Yeah.
And he's catching a bunch of flack because people are like, oh, he's just doing this for clicks, for clout and things like that. Well,
okay.
Have you not followed anything Mr. Beast has done. Like, this dude lives in a house smaller than me and you, right? He lives in a small house. He doesn't, for years, he lived in his studio, like the studio where he produced all of his videos and things like that, where he didn't actually have a house. Like, he's out there is like, I take all the money I make from all my videos and put it into the next video.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he does a lot of stuff for charities and things like that. And it's just what he does. And it's part of showing like, hey man, I'm just a YouTuber and I'm curing 1,000 people from being blind as a YouTuber.
Mm.
And like, he went through a post out there is like, why am I the one that's having to go out there and do this? Why can't our government cover this surgery and things like that? But he's catching a bunch of flack about it because people are like, you're just doing this just for clout. Well, his whole bit is doing things for people who can't afford it.
Yeah.
Right? His whole bit is just walking up to someone and giving them $100,000. Like, that's his thing, right? And now he's literally curing 1,000 people from being blind, and he's catching S for it. Like,
that's the world, man.
And it's funny because, like, if you listen to, like, there's been a bunch of like articles that came out there, and like the doctor that he partnered with, when Mr. Beast first called him, the doctor said he almost hung up on him because he didn't know who Mr. Beast was. Like, he had no idea who he was. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna do this thing. I want to do this, pay for 1,000 people to have this cataract surgery so they can be cured from their blindness. And this guy's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And like almost hung up on him because he had no idea who Mr. Beast was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy. Like,
no, not Mr. Beast.
Does he just print money? Can't believe how much cash he uses to do those giveaways. But he makes all this money from his YouTube, right?
Sponsors
he makes
and stuff like that.
money
Yeah.
from doing that sponsorship. He's got his own candy bar that's out there. He's got the Mr. Beast Burger brand, where there's actually only one location in the Mall of America in Minnesota. But every other Mr. Beast Burger is just at different restaurants, and you can order it through like Uber Eats and things like that.
Nice.
But
You're a burger connoisseur. Have you got it yet?
I've never had a Mr. Beast Burger.
Oh.
No. Because I don't normally order food to like come home. Like, I don't order Uber Eats or DoorDash or things like that. Like, if I'm going to get food, like, I'm like, hey, I'm going to get a burger. I'll order a burger from somewhere and I'll go and pick it up. Right. If we're not going to have it at the house, I just go there. I thought he had a restaurant in Vegas. That might be something new, but like his first one that he opened up was in Minnesota at the Mall of America. He might have opened up another one since then, but his first one was in Minnesota. Fun fact that support single moms ask for candy?
Something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, look at Rapid and say, I'm not really listening. No, it's just anytime I talk, I get that face. I'm used to it now.
I want a Wahlburger. Wahlburger's okay. It's just okay.
I've never had a Wahlburger.
Yeah, I had in Vegas. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I'd rather have a White Castle. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I'm in Vegas, I get a White Castle.
That's what. So we start off our Vegas trip at Denny's, and then we make our way down to White Castle.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how Vegas goes for us.
It does. It works. It works. Never had one. No, it's okay. I mean, it's not great. Like, I gotta have it or anything like that. But White Castle, yeah, I gotta have it.
If I drive past a White Castle, like there's been times where I've driven to like up north and things like that. If I drive past it, I'm stopping at it.
There's only
That's all there's to it.
Well, see, we're eating White Castle in 9 days. We're eating White Castle in 9 days, babe. Yep. And I hope to go to my nice little small casino, the one that we go to, and because that one
That's
is
the only one in Vegas that has White Castle, right?
Yeah, it's the one on the Strip, and it's Casino Royale. And I was explaining it to other people and things like that. Fuddrucker burgers are phenomenal. I like Fuddruckers. They shut like the one down that used to be at the end of my street.
All down here. Yeah,
it used to be at the end of my street.
I miss White Castle and Crystals. They used to have them in Addison.
Crystals was
I didn't
in
know
Addison.
they had a White Castle there, but I knew like Crystals has been here.
They didn't have White Castle. I guarantee it. I think he's using existing restaurants. I think you can get one done at Cheddar.
Yeah, no, like the Mr. But you have to order them online. Like Red Robin does Mr. Beast Burger.
I had no idea
because I deliver like Uber Eats, and a lot of the ones I pick up at Red Robin are Mr. Beast Burgers.
No idea. I had no idea they were doing that, because you just see it and it has the logo on it or whatever. But yeah, the casino we go to, well, like me and you and Lizzie and we're in Vegas. It's right there. It's Casino Royale. You have a right
off the strip.
You have a Holiday Inn that's like attached to it or whatever, but it's a low rent ass casino. But you're sitting there playing craps for like $3 a roll. You're playing roulette for $3 a roll. Then you go over to White Castle and get you a couple burgers and fries, and you're like, and the next door you get like a couple Miller High Lifes for like $2 each, like the 64 ounces. And you're having to get them at
Walgreens, right? We go to Walgreens and we get 2 for like $5, and so we grab, I think, like 4 to 6. We put them in my backpack and we just keep rolling down the strip.
I remember that one we were at. I think it was in Caesars. We were in Caesars Palace, like the what's it called? The
was
mall.
That the one where the real Caesar lived at?
The real Caesar lived at. So we're in the mall and we pop in and like whatnot. Like, we got to reload the backpack. So we're like, all right, we'll get like 4 of these. And like, oh yeah, how long y'all in town for? Like, just for today. We're leaving here in like 4 hours. They go, what? Just a day? I go, yeah, it's a day trip. She's like, holy shit, that's awesome. I go, check you later. It's like,
I had that whole conversation with Pete, my good buddy Pete Rose. He was like, how long are you here in Vegas? I go, just today, man. He goes, what do you mean just today? You're not staying for more than today? I was like, no, man. Just long enough to get in trouble, but just enough time to get out before the heat gets too hot. He goes, I got to start doing that.
I'm telling you, the day trip is a real thing, and it's awesome. Breaking news: Pistons game postponed because they are stuck here due to weather. No shit.
Yeah, that's earlier today, but that happened.
Liz is breaking news here.
Who were they supposed to play today? I don't know. Washington, I think. I think they were supposed to play Washington, but yeah, they weren't able to get out of here today.
You were in Washington.
Well, they're here in Dallas.
Oh.
They're stuck in Dallas.
Norm, you were in Washington.
No, we were in.
God. But yeah. So what do you got next? Next.
Next up, you want to talk about thermostats?
Yeah, Ellen and I smoked pot with Johnny Hopkins. It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettler, and they were blazing that shit up every day. You don't know anybody named John Hopkins.
I do know a John Hopkins.
That guy looks like Murray. Murray, look at this. Right here. From here to here, Murray. That's his son. Murray. Thermostat? Hey, so here's my thing.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
I got this wife that nags me all the time about how cold the house is. It's, 85 outside, but yet the house, I don't know. I feel like, when you meet the gal's parents and you get like a glimpse of what the future is, like their house is like 85 degrees set it all the time. 85 degrees. They like that tropical weather. And now, but I keep the house here. You won't believe what I keep.
Me. I'm the wife.
You won't believe what I keep the thermostat stat here. I keep it at 68 degrees.
Snowman in the house, my beer bro.
Snowman, what's up? I've been popping in that show in the morning, man. It's great. It's freaking phenomenal. Cheers
so
to you.
You keep your thermostat at what?
68 in the winter, 74 in the summer.
Ours is typically at like 65, 66. But we also have this issue like here at our house, which I'm actually going to get fixed this month. Our thermostat is right next to the garage door. So it's a little bit colder over there.
Yeah.
It needs to be moved like closer to like the middle of the house. So it's not going to be set as high, but like I also run into on occasion, like I'll wake up in the morning and I'm sweating balls, and like the oldest kid, she wakes up before everyone else and she'll crank up the freaking heater to like 72. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
You let your kid touch the thermostat? That's a dad move 101.
I don't. She does it before I wake up.
I feel
and
like
I wake up because I'm sweating like crazy. And I go, and I'll be like, why are you touching it? She goes, I didn't touch it. I go, well, it was at 65 when I went to bed. And then you woke up for everyone else and you cranked it up to 72. Like,
you don't smack her right in the face for lying to you, like right to your face. Dads, weigh in real quick. If kids
but here's the thing.
touch that thermostat,
kids
what do you do?
Kids these days, if you smack them, they call CPS.
Fucking take them.
And then you got to deal with it.
No. That's your fucking problem now. Have fun with that goddamn kid.
And it's just
my brother, he'd be like, I remember one time he was like, he was like, I'm going to call CPS or something. My mom like slapped him or some shit. And she was like, here's the phone. Call their ass. You're going to be their problem here.
There was I don't know if you ever watched it, but like if anyone here has watched Atlanta, which I think is a great show. Donald Glover is one of the stars of it. But there was an episode where it's like this kid, he was acting up in class, and the mom shows up and is like, you think you're funny? You want to dance? Start dancing. Dance. And is making her kid dance like after she has to meet with the principal and the teacher. And the teacher sees it and calls CPS. So she's sitting there at home with her kid on like a Saturday morning, and CPS shows up like, hey, we're here with CPS. We're here to investigate. Oh, no, just take him. And like grabs the kid, packs up his bag, and throws him out the door and says, just take him. I don't want him.
Yeah.
And then the kid goes to a house where like it's fucking insane. Like these parents are like, oh, we're making fried chicken today. And they throw it in like a microwave and they're cooking out of the microwave. Kids like, what is this? And then they get busted by these parents get busted by CPS, and they're going to drive the van into a river. And this kid ends up getting the other kids out and stuff. And he walks home. He just shows up at the door and his mom's like, what's up? It's like, do we have any spaghetti? He's like, yeah. Get some spaghetti, but yeah, freaking great.
This is on 5 glasses. I feel like that was a massive workaround to how you don't run your house. I'm asking dads how they run their house, and like that was a massive workaround of how your kids touch the thermostat and do whatever they want.
If I smack my kid, I have to deal with CPS, and that's just a headache.
Oh, God, yeah, I told you a long time ago. I remember this conversation. You're like, I run my house. I just take things away and I'll do this, I'll do that, I run the house. I'm the king of the castle, this kind of shit. And now you find out you don't even have the key to the fucking fridge at this point. Like you got to like pull out you got to submit forms to get a fucking ham sandwich out of the goddamn locker. Like, I told you that's not how it works. And then I was like, hey, you got to make sure you lay it on the law with a couple of these things. And apparently you haven't laid on any of this shit. Like,
hey, every once in a while the kid wakes up and turns the heater up, and I turn it down. You can't smack kids like we used to back in the day. My parents used to back in the day.
You can. Fuck, you can't. You can. Hey, let me ask you, summertime though. Where do you keep the temperature? Where are you comfortable in the house?
Typically like around the 70, 71, 72, somewhere around there.
Damn, that's cold, man. You like that high AC bill? How is that AC bill?
Hey, and let me just go ahead and say this. It ain't getting down to that during the day out here.
Really?
Like,
you just keep it set and it runs all day?
Again, part of it is where our thermostat is. And again, that's a problem I'm getting fixed here this month. Once I get my bonus to go ahead and pay for it. I've already looked into how much it's going to cost to have the thermostat moved and things like that. But
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bonus, like you were already in talks with ERCOT or whatever. You're like, I'd like to keep the AC set at this level, so if we could work into a monthly payment,
ERCOT ain't controlling my thermostat.
Yeah. You can shake a bitch. I'm telling you. I don't know the last time that some child has touched the thermostat in my house.
Well, you haven't had a child in your house in a while. Okay.
Like Tyler and Austin, like I'll tell you this. So when we were in Little M, we had dual units, right? So there was downstairs and upstairs or whatever. And like the kids would, like, I'm telling you, like they had control over that one upstairs. And like, but Lizzie had them scared shitless. Like, they'd come downstairs sweating and shit. They'd be like, God damn, you think we turn the AC on upstairs? It's like fucking 88 degrees. Like, hey, man, it's hot in Texas. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
Well, not here. Not for this. This at a real job.
So with your thermostat, like in reality though, like your thermostat, you keep it like 70, but like what is the actual temperature in the house?
I honestly I don't know because I haven't checked. But like during the summer, like it will be set on 75 or something like that. It's like 80 in the house is what the thermostat says.
No shit.
But if you go into other parts of the house, it's definitely a lot colder. So again, like I said, once I get the thermostat moved this year, it will be a different story.
Are you going to go green with the little, like, what is it called? Nest? Are you going to get the Nest or whatever that tells you what you should have it at and stuff like that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm part of me is like, don't tell me what to do. I do what I want.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. Does the kid touch it every once in a while? Yes, but there's definitely consequences of that, and that's just handled. Okay.
Here's another question. Where do you like it versus where does she like it? Not your kid, but the wife, the missus. I
think we're both on the same page.
The roommate.
Me and her, we don't have any problems. Like typically, like during the night, it's probably like around like 65 or something like that.
In wintertime?
Yeah.
Okay,
like 65 at night. Which, I mean, once we move it, I'll probably have to move it up to like 67, maybe 68, not quite 70. It's not going to touch 70, right? But we're also of the opinion like we like blankets, like at night. Like,
yeah,
she actually has she has another blanket over what I have. Like we have the sheet, we have the big comforter, but then she has another blanket on top of her that I don't have on top of me. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How about like summertime? Like summertime, like where do you keep it at?
I would like it to be like around 70, 72, somewhere around there. But like we always have like the fan on at the top of the ceiling fan above the bed, and typically like a fan like at the foot of the bed or somewhere around there. Okay. That's always on.
I had to go box fan right next to my face. Like I went and bought like a $10 box fan just for the noise. I want to go to sleep and think I'm in a fucking wind tunnel.
Dude, the youngest, she has like it's not a box fan, but it's like it's a fan that's like this big or something like that. Like a personal fan that's like this size. And it's always like right in, like she'll literally, here's the fan, here's her face.
That's the fan I take with me when I go on vacation. That's like, I have to make sure that
I gotta move it.
Yeah.
Like
when I go on vacation, that's the fan I pack in my shit so that I have a fan with me when I'm in like a hotel room. Like I have to have a fan like that. I have it. It's sitting there. It goes into the bag. I disassemble it if I have to, if it's a little bulky at one point, like I got too many clothes with me or whatever. But yeah, I pack that shit with me.
Yeah, and like part of it is like the sound, but like part of it is like I tell her like you can't have that fan right on you because she deals with like seasonal asthma and stuff like that. And so like when the weather's fluctuating from hot to cold and things like that, it really messes with her asthma. And then she has that fan right in her face and it just doesn't do her any favors. So like some nights it's like a battle between me and her. Like she'll go to bed and I'm like, hey, don't put the fan in your face. She's like, okay, I won't. And then I'll go in there and the fan's blowing right on her face. So I'll turn it away from her. And then I'll go back in there like 30, 40 minutes later before I go to bed. And it's right back on her face. I'm like, kid, I'm going to take this damn fan away. What seasonal ligma? I said seasonal asthma.
What the hell is seasonal asthma?
I don't know what
Or
ligma
asthma.
is.
What's seasonal asthma?
That's when you have it, like, it really messes with their breathing when the temperature goes from hot to cold and things like that. So, like, the days where it's, like, cold in the morning but warms up, or vice versa and things like that, it really messes with her breathing and her lungs and things. And, like, she'll go through periods where, like, she might have to stay home from school for, like, a day or two, and she's doing breathing treatments every, like, 3 hours. So
from having a fan in her face, or seasonal stuff?
Well, because of seasonal stuff. And so she'll have to spend time doing breathing treatments.
Interesting.
Yeah, because she has trouble breathing.
Damn
it, Alan ruined the joke. What joke?
Story of my life.
Ligma balls. Oh.
Man, we hit an hour on here. Are we rolling out, or what are we doing?
Well, we haven't talked about your hypothetical.
What do you got?
No, it's what do you have?
Oh, I didn't.
This is your hypothetical.
I didn't write it down.
So you either get to take the red or the blue pill.
Red or blue? Okay.
With the red pill, you are instantly transformed when you're 10 years old.
That didn't make
sense. But you have all your memories. Or if you take the blue pill, you jump to 45 years old and you have 50 million.
Oh, that's easy.
I'm taking the blue pill and I'm going to 45, which is here in 2 years, and getting 50 million.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, I jumped to 10 and I have all my memories. Well, I don't remember S. I don't know what I had for dinner last night.
I don't want to go back to 10. I just don't want to relive my teens, my 20s, my 30s. I don't want to do it. Yeah, no. I'm trying to get this over as quick as I can. Like, if you follow the show for any extended period of time, you know I'm just like, I'm ready. I'm done. So.
Yeah, and, like, I get to 10. I'm like, okay, I have my memories. But, like, I'm going to get to the point where it's like, you don't remember when Apple was $1 and Bitcoin was nothing? I mean, yeah, okay, I can invest in that stuff. But
just give me the 50
mil. There's
also
going to be some other stuff where I'm like, oh, no, man. No. So-and-so wins the World Series this year. And then I'll be completely wrong. Like, so I'm going to lose a lot of money on that. But, like, if you invest in, like, something like Apple and Bitcoin, Walmart, Amazon, things like that, yeah, you could definitely make some money. But
you always got to bring it back to Walmart for some reason. Man, love Walmart. Dude,
you get
I've never
Walmart
met
cheap. You can make some money. I'm just saying. We're talking about making money. God. Plus, you could avoid those STDs from your college days. I had none. Yeah.
Herpes for life.
Also, herpes for life. Elsud's still going to pull that trigger on that herpes mistake. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I got herpes from that, but it was worth it.
Yeah, worth it. Got it.
Worth it. I'm going to double down. I'm going to get herpes earlier now because I just remember what it was like to get it the first time. So I'm just going to get it like a good 5-10 years earlier.
Good job.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's really all we had. Like,
I'm cool with running out of here. We're overdrawn anyways.
Yeah, fuck it. Think about it. You could introduce the world to the fidget spinner and Crocs.
My Crocs better be cool, man. I got the black with the pink insides. My Post Malone Crocs. I love them.
Don't bring your herpes here. That's El Stud. El Stud is the one with the herpes. So, and he's looking forward to catching it again. Like, he caught it the first time. He goes back to 10. He's like, I'm not going to avoid that. That was not a mistake, sir.
Yeah.
That was not a mistake.
Run it back one more time. One more time, people.
I'm going to catch it earlier this time because I know how to pull the trigger on that earlier now.
Run us out of here.
Oh, man. Thank you guys so much for watching us. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Hey, if you're not part of it yet, join the Patreon. Why not? Get for like $3. You get a bunch of extra stuff. Have some fun. But you know what, guys? Thank you so much. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm Rapper Dave.
We'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.